that's going on. Okay. So enough of that. We're going to get right into this. So one of the things that I mentioned right up front was today we're going to be talking about we're going to call it turning attention into appointments. But what this really is the social media blueprint, right? Social media conversion blueprint. Let's adjust it to that, a social media conversion blueprint. So social media is not only about likes and views. A lot of people really talk about social media and, they get frustrated. I've seen people go, and my wife and I do it sometimes. We're like, oh man, we only got like 3 likes on this one. What's wrong with this video, right? And I get it, because the likes and the views, the shares and the comments, they're all metrics to the quality of your video. But there's a small piece that a lot of us don't think about, and that's the algorithm of the video. Is Facebook actually pushing your video, or Instagram, or whatever? We'll call it Meta, right? Is Meta pushing your video? Same thing with YouTube. Is YouTube pushing your video? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And the content that you're putting out on a consistent base, the whether or not they push your content is very much based on quality of content, okay, quality of camera, and the next thing is the consistency in posting, right? So if you are the every other day poster, or the every other week poster, or the once a week poster, you're not going to get the attention that I get when I'm posting 2 to 3 times a day, right? And across the spectrum of places that we are posting, right? And I'll talk to you a little bit about the spectrum of where we post, how we post, and how we do it. But before we get there, we just want to know, we want you to know that most realtors are too busy trying to become influencers, okay? It's like they're pushing real estate as if they were pushing their OnlyFans page. And the truth is that you need to start pushing your real estate business, right? You can be a real estate influencer. Absolutely. As long as you can turn the time that you've spent becoming an influencer into dollars and cents. If you can't do that, then you're just an influencer, and you better hope that Instagram and YouTube and whomever start paying you some money one day for the content that you're putting out. But let me tell you something, real estate's not that sexy, okay? There's very few people that are making money on YouTube from their real estate posts, all right? That's just it's not that cute, okay? So I want to talk to you, I want to tell you a couple stories, and I want you to see where we're going with this, right? Imagine posting a reel. Okay, and these are live events, okay, live stories. Imagine posting a reel and for 30 seconds explaining why waiting for the interest rate to drop is the wrong move. Having the knowledge to talk about why that's the wrong move, right? And imagine talking about how the interest rates were in the teens in the 1970s. And if somebody had said to you in the 1970s, I'm going to wait till the interest rate drops, they would have had to wait till 1993 for the interest rate to drop. More so, imagine what the difference in the home price was between 1976 and 1993. There's an enormous difference, right? So if they did wait, if this person was like, I'm going to wait basically almost 20 years to buy a house, not only did they get a lower interest rate, but they got a more expensive house. Right. And so we need to really start being able to explain how this works and how this operates. They're too busy listening to false news. People are going to the internet to get their news. They're online first. And here's the crazy part. A lot of people are getting their news on social media. They're listening to people that are equivalent to you and I, not even real reporters, which is a loose kind of conversation right now, right? To tell them what's happening in the world today, right? So be the narrative, but come with really, really good information. Now imagine dropping that, and a few moments later, you get a message, a direct message, a DM. Hey, can we talk? Because I've been looking at the interest rates and I've been waiting since last year and I don't really see too much movement happening. Am I going to be priced out of the game? Well, shoot, if they've been waiting since last year, you already know they got priced out of the game, right? Not only did they get priced out of the housing price, but the interest rate didn't really adjust much. And if the interest rate didn't adjust much, they're just going to get a more expensive house at the same interest rate that they would have had last year or similar, right? Now, here's the kicker. You didn't pay for that ad. You didn't spend weeks chasing a lead. You did a 30-second video that turned into a commission check. And that, my friends, is the power of social media. Now, you could turn this a couple different ways. This is you educating the community by saying, hey, this is what happens if you wait for the interest rate to drop. Or let's say you post a picture of you walking your dog one day. Nothing fancy, just a quick caption about how grateful you are to live in a particular neighborhood that has great parks that allow you to walk your dog in these great parks. And within an hour, somebody comments on your videos and says, hey, I've been looking for something like that in that area. Do you sell homes there? This is where it goes. This is the content that you put out. Here's another one, proof and authority. Imagine going online and saying, a while back, I shared a client success story. You take that client success story, you close with this client and you do a video with them or of them giving you their success story. This is not a just sold picture or you in front of the house like this with the just sold sign or the key at the title company holding the key up, right? This is not just that. This is how you get to talk. You allow the person that you help talk about how you help them negotiate price, repairs, how you got them in the house, how you worked a miracle for them to get into the house, and they get to speak this out loud into a camera. And then you, at the end of the video, get to come in and say, it was an absolute pleasure working with Jane and Jack Smith. I'm so excited to have helped them buy their house. I can help you too. DM me. Or posting on social media, thinking of buying this year? Yes or no? If you're not sure, DM me and let me help you. That's a call to action post, right? That one needs to be fit in every once in a while, everywhere. It needs to be fit in, because if it's not fit in, then you're not asking for the business, and you always have to be asking for the business. And that's the power of giving people the next step, is being able to, like, telling them, hey, I know you're loving my content. I know you're watching me, but like, I need you to go do this, right? I need you to take this next step. Now, what I gave you right now was a few different things. Direct call to action was the last one that we talked about. Proof and authority was the one before that, which is that proof, the person telling their story, right? Lifestyle and relatability, that was the dog in the park and all that other great stuff, right? And then there was the education piece, educating the community by talking to them about interest rates and stuff like that, right? Now, those are the four most prominent ways you can gain business through social media. The majority of this has to be the majority. If you ask me personally, your social media should be, especially on Instagram, should be more than 80% video based. Meaning you get in front of the camera and you speak to the community, because putting up a cool picture is great. The carousel pictures is great. The storytelling through carousel, those are great. You can do all that. But getting in front of this right here, like if I sent you this whole class written down with pictures, would it be as interesting as joining the Zoom and watching me teach it to you? That's what you got to ask yourself, right? So now let's get into the next steps, because we got 15 minutes and we're going to rock and roll with this, all right? 90% or more of clients, buyers and sellers, are starting their search online. We know this. What is online? Social media. Yes, a lot of people are going to Google and they're saying, hey, you know, buying a house in wherever, South Texas, North Jersey, South Florida, whatever the case is, right? They're saying that stuff. So if 90% of buyers and sellers start their search online, you need to be present online. If you go to Google, when we finish this, if you go to Google and you type in David Adam Kurz, my full name, if you just type in David Adam Kurz, or who is David Adam Kurz, you're going to get so much information. Why? Because I'm constantly posting online, specifically, mostly social media. Yes, you're going to find my blogs. You're going to find my website. You're going to find my real estate site. You're going to find my businesses. You're going to find everything. But social media is where you're really going to see some stuff. You're going to see Instagram posts. You're going to see all that stuff up there, right? Now, agents who master content never run out of leads. I'm going to tell you that right now. So you have to master content, and you cannot get frustrated with it, and you cannot expect immediate results. People need to watch you over and over and over and over and over again before they begin to trust you as a person of authority. okay? The biggest mistake, agents confuse posting for vanity with posting for business. This is not about vanity. This is not about trying to be the next cool person. This is not about, you know, the next cool TikTok, right? I had one of the people, I was giving a class, and I said, who here has ever gone viral, right? And a couple agents put their hands up, and I said to the agent, let me ask you a question. What was the video? And they told me the silly video they did, because let's face it, viral videos are the silly or something really bad happened, right? Because that's what people like. And when she tells me a silly video she did, I said, man, that's awesome. How many views did you get and stuff? They got over 1 million views on that video. Over 1 million views on that video. My next question, the heart stopper. How much money did you make in real estate from that video? Guess what the answer was? $0. $0. Why? Because people were interested in the funniness of the video. They didn't go in and say, I wonder what this person does for a living. So it's not so much about getting 1 million views, it's about getting the right views. The people who actually will buy homes from you, okay? Key principle here is don't be popular, be profitable. If it doesn't equal dollars, it doesn't make sense. If you're trying to be viral all the time because you want to be the next best, the next Mr. Beast, cool, go do that. But don't pretend and lie to yourself that that's going to turn into real estate business. All right. So now we already spoke about the 4 buckets that you should focus on. Number 1, education, market updates, short reels, TikToks, easy tips on how to navigate today's real estate market. And then you always have to have that CTA, that call to action. DM me the word guide, and I'll send you my free checklist. But Dave, I don't have a free checklist. Now I know how to create a free checklist. Cool. Chat GPT, right? I need you to create a real estate checklist for potential buyers for my business. My business name is ABC123 Team. Blah, blah, blah. Like, give it super details and prompt it to give you the checklist. Not only will it give you full checklist, but it'll say, would you like to turn this into a PDF for you? I always ask for it to be turned into a Word document when I do stuff like this. Then I take the Word document and I go right into my stuff. Well, my assistant does. Mike's a killer. I give him the Word document. He puts my logos on it, page numbers, websites, all this cool stuff, gets it all squared away. We turn it to PDF, and then we do that. DM me guide. And then when people DM guide, we make sure we get them that link. And it's just a Google link, and we send it to them. They can download it themselves. All right. Lifestyle relatability. Show that you're human. That when you go to somebody's page and all it is house. Just listen, just so, just listen, just so, just listen, just so. I'm like, dude, you're so cool. You're so cool. Right? But who are you? In order for people to trust you, they have to be relatable to you. And if you want them to understand how they're going to be relatable to you, you need to show them that you're also human. Now, let me tell you something. The beast of the beast on social media show who they are as a human and show what they do at the same time, right? So like there's a realtor, Davidson Real Estate in Israel. Look him up on Instagram. This guy, his whole thing is about houses, but he's in every video and he's walking around the house and he's showing the house and he's talking. You get to see him and his personality and the type of person that he is. And he's told this story in some of the videos and how he ended up in Israel, being born and raised in Chicago and things like that. Like, so, you know, you get to connect with the guy. If you're moving to that neighborhood, that's the guy. And he says it. My social media has helped me dominate, because I spoke to him a couple weeks ago, helped me dominate, right? Okay, proof and authority, building trust. Not only do people want to know who you are, and yes, they want to know what you do, but they also want to know that you know what you're doing, right? That's very key and critical. And then final is that the right call to action. Now, when we say proof and authority, just close photos with the story, not just a picture, okay? Testimonials, before and after client journeys, those are the good stuff, right? The call to actions are the thinking about buying, DM me the word buy. I've got 3 listings coming up soon. Want details? Comment below, right? Want to know your home's value? Link in the bio, or DM me your address and I'll send you a comp analysis. Like, these are the awesome stuff that you can do. Check this out. If you hit 1 bucket per day, you would have a post for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's 4 buckets. If you just did 1 per day, that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Here's a tip and a trick. When you're interviewing that client, make that interview like nice and long if you can. Ask them questions, let them answer, make it a 20-minute interview. Why? Because a 20-minute interview will often turn into at least 6 or 7 different reels, up to 60 seconds. Use a program, AI program called Opus Clip. Opus Clip. Load the entire video into Opus Clip, and Opus Clip will spit you back 5 to 7 videos, reels, that it chooses based on the verbiage that's being used and the tone, and it will do it with captions and everything. And now you've got 5 to 6 weeks of one of those posts of content. Okay. All right. Post to appointment conversion tactics. Let's go through this real quick. So what do we want? Post something, comment below, DM me, turns into a phone call, that turns into an appointment. Remember, everything that you do, every post that you put, every ad that you run, everything that you do has to lead to a cup of coffee. You guys know me. I'm the cup of coffee king, right? Everything you do has to lead to an actual appointment. That is the goal. When you get on the phone with someone, rather than go through the whole thesis of what you have to talk about, so many people get on the phone and they want to know all the details, right? So tell me about your house, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. Shut up, man. You got them on the phone. They're already attentive. They got you. They're paying attention. Say, hey, listen, I love this very small conversation about, so you're thinking about selling your house? Yes, I am. I'm thinking about selling my house. That's fantastic. Why are you selling the house? Oh, I'm moving to Atlanta. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. I love Atlanta. I used to go to Atlanta all the time. I got a cousin that lives in Atlanta. She lives close by, blah, blah, blah. My other cousin moved there to be close to her, blah, blah, blah. I can say the whole thing, right? And then I'll go, hey, check this out. Are you available Tuesday at 2 p.m. or Wednesday at 6 p.m.? I could come by and let's just really dig in deep and talk about this in person. They say yes, because I'm the coffee king. I go, what kind of coffee you like? I'm going to order Uber Eats to your house. I'll order you a Starbucks coffee. And I got one coming for me too. Then we sit down in the house and we have coffee. Now I live in Miami. There's a lot of Latinos in Miami. Most of the time they go, no. I'll make you coffee when you get here. And that's cool too, as long as there's coffee. All right. Now, next thing is script for DMs, right? So if you've got a lead, is this house still available? The answer, yes, it is. When's a good time for you to check it out? I can book a showing for you either today or tomorrow, right? This is about getting in front of them. That is it. Everything, right? You post up a picture of a house. Is this thing still available? Yes, it is. When would you like to go look at it? Not, are you pre-approved? And this, I hear so many coaches go through it. People don't even know you and you're asking them financial information. Go meet them. Go meet them. Maybe, just maybe, they're not approved. And maybe, just maybe, they just started their home search and they have no idea what to do. And the number one mistake that we make as real estate agents is we think everybody out there knows what we do every day. They don't. The average person used to buy a home once every 7 years, and we thought that was a long time. Now it's 10 to 12 years because people are staying longer. And children are staying longer at home. So when we get on the phone with somebody, never assume that they know what the next steps are. Don't forget about asking them. When you get in front of them and they go, oh no, pre-approval, what's that? Listen, got you. Got a whole team. I've got my lender, I've got my title company. And if you don't, you better call me, send me a DM. I will send you a lender. I will send you a title company. I will send you everyone you need to have the super team behind you. And make sure that you're prepared for that phone call and that meeting. All right. US story posing questions, right? Thinking about buying in 2025? Yes or no? Not sure yet. Everyone clicks is a warm lead. Everyone that clicks is a warm lead. All right. repurpose content all the time. Turn those really long interviews into 1-minute stories, 1-minute reels, LinkedIn posts, emails, so forth and so on. Let me tell you what we do. We do a 20-minute. I'm restarting. Let's say we do a 20-minute podcast. When we do the 20-minute podcast, okay, we take that 20 minutes and we post that 20 minutes on YouTube, okay? Because it's a long form video. We take that 20 minutes and we put it to YouTube. Then we go through Opus Clip. We turn that into 5 to 7 reels. These are all less than 60 seconds. I don't care that Instagram says we've lengthened our reels to 3 minutes. Good for you. When's the last time you watched a whole 3-minute reel? Come on, guys. People don't have that type of attention anymore. Okay? 60-second reels, 5 to 7 reels. And what do we do with those 5 to 7 reels? Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube Shorts, X, and anywhere else that we could get it. So for every one of these, one 20-minute video that's going up here, that's YouTube 1, we're getting, let's say, 5 reels, and we're posting that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more times. That's 25 per reel. If I'm doing 25, that's times 5, that's 125 plus the 1, that's 126 posts on different platforms from one 20-minute video that I'm talking about the real estate market. 1. Okay. Now, I'm very grateful that you guys are here today. We do this every other Thursday. Okay. Every other Thursday. Make sure that you register at thefreedomcoaching.com. Check out our Freedom Achiever Academy. It is freedomachieveracademy.com. Check that out. Amazing opportunity for you to hook up with at least 30 coaching and training videos. We do that all in there, but we're live every other Thursday. Usually we go for about 45 to 50 minutes. Today, I mentioned early in the class, I got to do a 30-minute video with you guys because I have an appointment right after this, but I'm excited that you guys are here. How many of you guys, like, type in the chat? How many of you guys got something from today's session? Right? Type it in the chat, guys. How many of you guys got something from today's session? Nice, nice. Cindy, good seeing you. Hamza, Courtney, thank you. Jennifer, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm glad that you guys are a part of this. Again, it always means the world to me that you guys are here. But more than anything, I'm going to ask you guys to do this for me. Please, please, please. Make sure that you take what you've learned today and you use it, utilize it, put it into action. Ideas without action are just ideas. If you don't take this, you're going to be a professional learner for the rest of your career. You need to be an action taker. Okay? You need to be an action taker. So if you're taking this session right now and you learn something from it, by the way, you don't have to do everything I told you, but just take something from it and put it to work. Something, anything, something. Just take something from it and put it to work. I'm going to give a big shout out right now. Hold on. I'm gonna add this spotlight. I'm gonna show love right now to my cousin Kim. She's crazy right now. She's not expecting this. Wave at everybody, Kim. So I'm gonna say what's up to my cousin Kim. So my cousin Kim is newly licensed realtor. Give her a round of applause, guys. She's up in North Jersey. So if you guys need anything from her in that North New Jersey area, please show Kim some love. She is gold in my life. And I wish you tons of luck, Kim, in your career.